Hey, that guy was rude. Oh, Marsh. No need to be rude.
Most frequently. They've made a number of changes.
I understand.
Okay, good, thank you. They've made a number of changes to their loyalty program that I can't say we're loving. Delta Airlines has made headlines recently with changes they've also made. They've walked them back a little bit. But a few weeks ago, Southwest Airlines announced some nice enhancements to your Rapid Rewards loyalty program for 2024, and it does show that you're putting customers first. As usual, I'm just going to throw a few out there for our listeners. Things like earning A-list and A-list preferred status faster, and new perks like complimentary premium drinks for A-list flyers. And we really like the move to allow travelers the option to pay for their flights with cash and points at the same time. Station to enhance the Rapid Rewards program rather than watering down some of the loyalty that I really feel like the other airlines are doing.
You know, it's really basic, and yes, Southwest always tends to zig when others zag, but we start with what makes sense to our customers, and you want to lean to our customers, always be transparent, always be leaning their direction. That's why we have bags fly free, that's why we have points that never expire. We were the first and only to do travel credits that never expire a year ago. And you're right now, rather than making it harder to earn tier status, we're actually making it easier. And I'm with you. So I love it's coming here in the spring, but the ability to do part pay, part points, I think is going to be a huge winner for our customers. But, at the end of the day, we don't have a company without our customers. We don't have a future without our customers. So everything starts with what matters to them most.
Again, kudos to you guys for doing that, because as Mary said, others are... I like what you just said. When others zig, you zag. So that says it all right there. I'm going to move on to the next thing, because... And I'm going to talk Hawaii with you. We were just over in Hawaii for a special Let's Go America tour, Maui. Mary and I, we felt it was important to take the show there to that island and focus kind of the power and reach of the show through our 535 weekly stations to positively impact the people and businesses as they work their way to recover from the August fires. So Hawaii is a part of the country that Mary and I have visited many times over the year. We love it. We're preferential to Maui, but we love all the islands. Southwest Airlines has made a major investment and commitment to Hawaii. We've flown on Southwest flights between the islands there. We offer excellent service. So I wonder what was it about Hawaii that attracted Southwest to add so much service there? I think it's very close to 100 flights or so. Most of them aren't flying across the ocean. It is operating island service.
Yeah, Hawaii is a huge destination for us, and you're right. We've grown very quickly in 5 years. When we go somewhere, we go big. We don't go in a small way. But if you think about it, it's a huge leisure and business travel destination. We're big on the West Coast. It's a huge destination from California and the West Coast. And it's important to our Rapid Rewards program and our Rapid Rewards members and our customers. So it was a missing piece of our travel map, so to speak. You're right, where we've gotten large in just 5 years. We're over 60 flights a day in our island. And what I love about Hawaii is the approach we took. We spent 2 years learning about Hawaii, what's important to Hawaiians, how to be respectful of the culture, how to enter service the right way, how to be part of the community. We spent a lot of time on island before we ever landed the first flight. And a piece of that is understanding that the inter-island service is hugely important to folks who live there. You have people who commute for their jobs between the islands. They go between the islands for medical service. I talked to a Little League coach who said that he was playing a team on another island and they could do it for the first time because of the fares that Southwest Airlines charges, which are much, much lower than they had been prior. And, they've been through a lot, particularly in Maui. I had a chance to be out there about 5 weeks ago, just made a trip over a weekend with no other reason than to talk to the governor to see how we could be more helpful, and then really to spend time with our team to see how they were doing. And, folks are hurting, and they're hurting because of the loss of tourism as well. There are a lot of jobs that are tied up in tourism in Hawaii and certainly in Maui, and trying to be balanced and respectful of that is very important. But above all, just wanted to have time to spend with our people on island.
Bob, you have a big relationship with Boeing because what makes Southwest so special is you fly the Boeing 737 jets, and clearly Southwest was impacted by what occurred with the 737 MAX jets, and Boeing has worked its way through those serious situations. But we are seeing reports that supply chain issues with some suppliers have impacted Boeing's ability to deliver jets in a timely basis, including just last month, lower delivery month, I believe, in close to 2 years. Are any of these delays causing any operational challenges for Southwest?
You know, I'd start with, Boeing is a terrific partner of Southwest Airlines. You know, they've been with us from the very beginning. And yeah, we all have had tough times coming out of the pandemic. Getting staff, getting people, getting skilled labor in Boeing's case, supply chain issues. And most of that has been wrung out, but I think there's still some of that in the world. We still see it in other areas. Boeing is making progress, though. The issues that they saw, a year or two ago are far
approaching a railroad crossing
than what they're experiencing today. We have seen delivery delays, though. So we took control of that here at Southwest, and we planned to a lower number in 2023 than Boeing expected. So Boeing was expecting to deliver roughly 90. We planned to 70 for that case, so our schedules would not be impacted and our customers would not be impacted. Big news is we have a new order book with Boeing as of yesterday. It takes us through 2031, and the whole point of that were just a couple of things. Number one, to get ahead of all of this and ensure that we have an even number year to year to year so that we can plan orderly and have orderly growth. So in the new order book, you see us taking between 80 and 90 a year through that period.
Oh, that's good.
It also locks in access to aircraft. We get the tight aircraft market. It locks in access to aircraft, and it locks in access at an attractive price. And then last, it gives us flexibility to ramp up or down depending on the conditions, because the travel demand has been really strong, but you just never know. And
well, Bob, we're going to hold it right there, okay? I don't mean to interrupt you. We're coming up on a hard break, so I'm going to ask you, are you okay to stay for one more second with us?
I am, absolutely.
All right, so we'll pick that up when we come back. Folks, as we step aside for some quick sponsor messages, and we're following a break 80% of today's show, October 28th, from conversation with Southwest Airlines CEO Bob Jordan. Continue after the break. Stay with us. Don't touch that.
approaching a railroad crossing.
Today's edition of RM World Travel will be right back, and you can always stay connected with the program at rmworldtravel.com.
From pumpkin spice to apple pie, fall may just be the most delicious time of the year, but it's also the busiest. Treat yourself to the best of the season's flavors without the stress, as HelloFresh.com/carry does all the shopping and planning for you. Not only do their chefs create fall-perfect recipes to enjoy, all the ingredients arrive fresh and pre-portioned. Feast on desserts like the apple cider cake with caramel sauce, or please the crowd with appetizers like the barbecue pulled pork nachos. Join us and get 50% off with code CARRY at HelloFresh.com/carry, or find a link at rmworldtravel.com under sponsors.
Hilton Grand Vacations provides a premier travel experience that will surpass your expectations. With more than 150 resorts, they provide spacious, upscale accommodations with home-like features and resort-style amenities. You can also convert membership points into Hilton Honor points for stays at thousands of Hilton hotels worldwide, or for air travel, car rentals, and more. Wherever travel takes you, you'll always feel at home with Hilton Grand Vacations, because your stay will feel more like a home than a hotel room. Find more info at HiltonGrandVacations.com or rmworldtravel.com under sponsors.
Powerful collection agency in the world.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited.
They do not give up until you pay. They put a lien on my house. How about you? Do you owe back taxes? Call Tax Solutions now and get some help. For a limited time, the IRS offers a tax forgiveness program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Our team can make it easier for you to pay back taxes, avoid tax liens, and get a fresh start. Sometimes you just need a second chance.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
At Tax Solutions Now, our affiliates are all accredited by the Better Business Bureau and members of the National Association of Tax Professionals.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now. Call 800-329-2077. 800-329-2077. 800-329-2077. 800-329-2077.
Urgent Camp Lejeune settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or disease, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the James Harris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands harmed by the water at Camp Lejeune. Call now, or you may forever lose your right to be awarded a settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-320-7171. That's 800-320-7171. 800-320-7171.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker. No question about it now, if there ever was. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the IDF has opened a second stage in the war against Hamas, adding the move will continue to grow ahead of a ground invasion into Gaza. Mike Pence today surprising a few people. The former vice president ending his 2024 presidential bid. Residents of Lewis and Maine
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Though their hearts are broken, the gunman suspected of murdering 18 people this week has committed suicide. We, of course, still in autumn, but it doesn't feel like that in parts of the Midwest over the weekend. In Nebraska and Kansas, winter has arrived with snow in some cases, hazardous driving because of ice. This is SRN News.
To connect with the program anytime, visit us online at rmworldtravel.com. Welcome back to your RM World Travel Connection.
And thanks for staying with us through the bottom of the hour break, everyone. Mary and I welcome all of you back to the New York City area with us as we continue today's Chief Travel Leader conversation. We are being joined by Southwest Airlines CEO Bob Jordan. We were just talking about the Boeing that they've made. They had their earnings this week. So, Mary, let's get back to the show hotline and bring Bob back into the show.
Indeed. Bob, thanks for sticking around with us through the break. I was going to let you finish, but I think you wrapped it pretty well. We're going to leave it with travel. You never know these days. I think it's so unpredictable. So, because I want to give you an opportunity to talk about what you've been doing over the past year. So, in about 8 weeks, it's going to be a year since Southwest encountered a pretty extensive meltdown in operations. It really was a perfect storm in many ways, mixing Mother Nature, technology, and crazy holiday scheduling. We don't have to relive all the details with you today, but to your credit, Southwest, you really owned what happened, and we know you've been working really hard with your team behind the scenes to ensure that it doesn't happen again. And from improving winter operations, significant investments in infrastructure and equipment like the icing trucks and equipment, and
All the trains, too.
yeah, I mean, just a lot of upgrades in technology, and I think this is a really good opportunity for you to talk to the traveling public. This show is heard on 535 weekly radio stations across the USA, Bob. We're reaching over 1.2 million fans today, many who travel. So why don't you share what you've been doing to work to regain confidence in that and really kind of ensure travelers that that's not going to happen again?
You bet. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You know, the event was a big deal. And you start there. It was a big deal for our customers, and it was a big deal for our employees who helped out. Obviously, all of the customers that were affected. You know, it was not our finest hour here at Southwest Airlines, but I'm very proud of the way our employees responded. You know, this is a great company, and while we had a tough week, that tough week doesn't define Southwest Airlines. What I love is that we went to work. and not just handling our customers in the moment. I mean, we took air travel and travel-related expense, gestures of goodwill, refunding tickets, and all kinds of things just to make sure that we did right by our customers. And since then, we've been executing an operational capacity and trucks and more staffing and training to new technology, weather stations at airports, so that our pilots have the most accurate, up-to-date, on-airfield information about de-icing and the holdover times between de-icing and departure. We also, while it was not a technology event, there's been some confusion. What really happened, it was an incredible storm that led to an inability for us to operate primarily in Denver and Chicago, and then an inability for us to get crews into the network. That's really what caused the disruption, but there were technology things we worked on. We have new crew solver tools. I think we've done 13 implementations into the Sky Solver tool since then. And the commitment was we were going to get all of this work done before this winter hit. And I'm proud to say that as of October 31st, we will have completed all of those items. And we are more ready than ever here at Southwest Airlines. And that will not happen again. And we're ready to welcome our customers. I look at customer data all the time, and it says that our customers are being loyal. We're actually booked for the holidays this year ahead of what we were at this point in 2022. So our customers are sticking with us. Our net promoter scores are great, and our operational metrics are on every front are better this year than they were a year ago. For our people. Well, we're not done. We do have a tentative agreement with our flight attendants and TW 556 that represents them, and I'm really proud of the negotiating committees because it takes a ton of work to get there. That actually is our 8th agreement in the last year, so I'm just really proud of our folks. We still have hard work to do here with educating our flight attendants, putting the information out, and ultimately the vote. But it's a great offer, and it will reward our awesome people. We have a couple to go. We're working really hard with our pilots and making progress every single week, and then we're working very hard with our folks that work on the ramp and making progress there as well. And I have confidence that we'll get the two of those done.
Say, Bob, just again, what you said there, the job's not easy. This is what happens when you are CEO. So, I will just say this. We thank you very much for being part of today's broadcast and our Chief Travel Leader conversation. We really do appreciate the check-in and your candor. You're welcome anytime, so please don't be just stay in the Southwest team as you finish out 2023 and get ready for the new year ahead, okay?
Thank you for having me. Maybe we can meet in Hawaii the next time.
That sounds great. Sign me up.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, Mary. Well, there goes Bob.
What a candid interview. What a great interview with
Well, you understand why Southwest is.
It is. It's a very special airline.
All right, well, we're going to leave it right there, folks. Share your comments with us about what Bob had to say about Southwest Airlines and your thoughts. And if you fly the airlines frequently, we'd also enjoy hearing about that as well. Just go to rmworldtravel.com, click on the contact.
And that's how we're going to put a wrap on the C-Block. We appreciate Bob being able to stay with us for 2 segments today. Up next, Ashley Halpern will join the show to discuss Cranberry travel. And then in about 10 minutes, Robert and I are going to take you to Springfield, Missouri for today's Destination Spotlight. This show is coming right back in 3 minutes.
Never stops, and you can always find us 24/7 at rmworldtravel.com. Stay tuned. We're back after these messages.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun.
fun isn't hard. Right. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make it fun and engaging. You don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life. You can choose from topics like travel, business, relationships, and more. You'll learn what matters most to you. Plus, Babbel's lessons are designed to get you speaking right away. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations.
Just 3 weeks? Even better.
Since Babbel's lessons are designed by language experts and voiced by real native speakers, you get the accent just right and be able to carry on conversations with confidence.
Learning a language with Babbel doesn't take long.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
And now, try Babbel free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movement. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is now only $8.99. Plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. And 4th of July.
If you've ever wondered if CBD and plant-based solutions can help you, well, 90% of customers report better sleep and 81% say CBD helps with stress and anxiety. CB Distillery uses 100% clean ingredients and has more than 2 million satisfied customers. If you've been thinking about trying it for a health concern that's not getting better, consider CBD from CBDistillery.com. Visit CBDistillery.com and enter code CARRY for a 20% discount. No prescription required. That's CBDistillery.com, promo code CARRY for 20% off, or find a link at rmworldtravel.com under sponsors.
growing up on those oceans, very commercial.
Well, I think the only cranberry bog I ever saw was in New England years ago. But I learned in the article that berries aren't actually grown underwater in a bog, which is how I saw them.
Same here. I had no idea. I learned that day. They grow on bushes, basically these sort of vine fields, and those fields only get flooded when it's harvest time, which is usually early to mid-October.
And I gather this is a very short window for harvesting the cranberries, as well as visiting a cooperating farm where you can put on waders and walk through the whole lot.
Yeah, it's a very, very short window, and most cranberry fields are private. They're not going to be open to the public. The one I went to is called Rooted in Red, and they specifically corner off